Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Well, hello. How's everybody doing? Thank you so much for joining me. I greatly appreciate your time. So today we are going to be talking about Michael Von. Hold on, I need to fix something. 1 second. I think that worked maybe. Okay. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate your time. So yes, lots of new information coming out with the Michael Von case. The uh, the chief is saying that they could be there for another week, and that they have got quite a bit more information, evidence, intelligence, if you will, uh, since they have started in the last 3 days or so. So that's some good news. Oh, sorry. And we're going to take a look at a few different things. Um, so as of 33 minutes ago, the media is saying FBI confirmed to us that they are assisting in the investigation. Quote, although I can't discuss specific efforts, the FBI often provides evidence, forensics, and technical assistance to law enforcement agencies if requested, per the FBI. And as of just a few minutes ago, as of 2:04 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, they are still searching. Okay, sorry, wrong one. I was reading the wrong one. Let me see here. Now, hello?
Hello?
All right, hold on. I need to turn my phone off. 1 second. Little Rappy Poo needs his diaper changed. He's got a wet nappy. I need to put it on Do Not Disturb. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah. It's kind of like herpes. You can't get rid of him. But anywho, continuing on what we were talking about, there is no forensic team on the site so there's no forensic. They are still searching. However, they're supposed to be doing. Oh, thank you so much, Illusion, for becoming a member. I really appreciate your support. And Juliana, thank you so much. I really do appreciate your support as well. Thank you. I know Rap's got the hots for me, clearly. I'm a married woman, Rap. Sorry. And what else is it? The search can last another week, they are saying. However, they are doing more targeted they're getting smaller equipment and searching for more targeted areas in the yard. And how can you charge someone with failure to report a death if there may not be any evidence of death? And Chief Huff replied, it's not just one statement that corroborates it. So as we know, hold on. Yeah. As we know, she's been charged for this, but there has been someone in the house, and we're going to get to who that is later, that is talking about who gave them maybe the tips on this. We'll have to see what all is there. Sorry, I'm pulling up my stuff. I usually pull it all up before, but I kind of was a little bit busy prior to this. All right. NBC put an article out. I think it's worth looking into. And then we're going to talk about some more interesting developments in this case. Can y'all see that? Okay. Police arrest woman in connection with disappearance of 6-year-old Idaho boy missing for over a year. And this was
closer to finding closure.
We are all very emotionally tied to this case, just as our community is. I would tell you, probably the country.
Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff spoke with us Sunday afternoon about a credible tip he says led authorities and rescue crews to dig up the backyard of a house in connection with Michael's death. Huff said on Monday that credible tip came from someone inside of the house.
We received a search warrant, and we started excavating the backyard of this residence due to the fact that there's potential for Michael's remains to be in this backyard.
Here's a map of the area. The house is just 4 minutes from the Vaughn family home. Police arrested 35-year-old Sarah Wandra over the weekend, who lived in the house being searched. She's charged with failure to report a death. Wandra appeared via Zoom for an arraignment Monday afternoon in Payette County.
It is alleged that you did on or about the 12th day of November of this year here in the state of Idaho fail to notify the coroner of a death, the death of Michael Vaughn, with the intent to prevent the discovery.
Press 1 in the chat if you have seen her arraignment, or press 2 if you haven't. If you have seen the arraignment, it's about 12 minutes long. Let me know if you guys have seen it. Let's see. Okay, so a lot of people haven't. Okay. Okay, so we'll play that arraignment. Just give me 1 second and I'll load it while this is happening.
Of the manner of death. That is a felony here in the state of Idaho. Do you understand the allegation that's been made against you?
I understand what they've said is not correct.
A prosecutor said Wandra is already on pretrial release, charged with unlawful possession of a firearm in Idaho. Court records show she was convicted of felony attempted robbery in Oregon in 2013.
I think it shows that she's a danger to the community.
A Payette County judge set Wandra's bond at $500,000. KTVB obtained the criminal complaint in the case, but the judge decided to seal the probable cause affidavit and other records. The judge, prosecution, and defense agreed. They do not want to jeopardize such a high-profile case. Chief Huff says they've fielded more than 1,500 leads. Police have not said whether they've found Michael or his remains yet. The chief told us they plan on excavating the entire backyard and digging 3 to 4 feet down.
This is arduous work. It's going to take us a while to get this done, but we're not going to stop.
Okay, very good, very good. I was loading this. Just give me 2 seconds and I'll get it loaded, I'm sure. She is not being cooperative in this case whatsoever, from what everyone is saying, not being cooperative. And, she's apparently has an attorney now, which I will show you here. All right, now this is brought to you by KTVB, using this under the Fair Use Act of 1976 for commentary and news criticism purposes.
All right, we will next take up the case of Sarah Wandra.
Excuse me, Your Honor, do you need me for anything else today?
I do not think so.
Now, it is a little bit hard to hear at times. I'll put the closed captioning on so you can see it at least.
No, thank you very much for your help.
All right, you're welcome.
Are you Sarah Wandra? Ma'am, can you hear me? I need you to move in a little closer to the mic. I'm unable to hear you.
No, I'm Stacy Wandra.
Okay. You're Stacy Wandra?
Yeah, I'm Sarah Wandra, sorry.
You're Sarah Wandra. Okay, thank you.
Does she not know her name, or did she just wake up out of bed or something? She just looks, she kind of always like, kind of like mumbles or very lazy with her words, the way she talks. I wonder if she's very religious right now.
Ms. Wandra, in this case, which is CR 38221769, you are charged with having violated the law in one count. It is alleged that you did on or about the 12th day of November of this year here in the state of Idaho fail to notify the coroner of a death, the death of Michael Vaughn, with the intent to prevent the discovery of the manner of death. That is a felony here in the state of Idaho. Do you understand the allegation that's been made against you?
I understand what they've said is not correct.
All right. You have a number of rights when you are charged with a crime. The deputies typically hand out a document that describes those rights in detail. Did you receive a document like that?
You're giving me documents right now.
All right. So in a criminal case, ma'am, you have the right to remain silent as it relates to the underlying charges. You have the right to require the state to prove the charges beyond a reasonable doubt, the right to cross-examine and confront the evidence the state may put on in an effort to prove its case, the right to testify in your own defense if you wish to, the right to use subpoenas to bring witnesses and evidence to the trial as you may determine to be appropriate, and the right to be represented by an attorney at all stages of these proceedings. Do you understand that you have those rights?
I have those rights, but I don't have anything to be found. I did nothing wrong.
All right, well, So I'm going to remind you, you have the right to remain silent. I'm not going to say anything to you or ask you.
In my opinion, you can tell she's mad, but she is accused of murder, or not murder, sorry. She's accused of, well, she's accused as of now of not telling the coroner about a death as of now. So she won't cooperate whatsoever, which may not be in her favor. She's big mad. That's the word I was looking for, Texas Angel. And you get a lot more, it's time to pay the piper, take accountability, and whatever you have allegedly did or know, you need to make it right. Especially if she claims to be a religious figure.
Any questions that are designed to get you to speak about or encourage you to speak about the underlying events. Everyone who gives up that right and does speak about the case or make any statement at all about it, of course, those can be used against you. So I'll remind you of that. As it relates to your right to an attorney, do you intend to ask me to appoint an attorney at public expense? Do you intend to hire your own counsel or represent yourself in this case?
Represent myself. No, get an attorney.
Okay. Do you want?
She's like, represent myself? No, get an attorney. It's like she's saying, diet or not diet. You know what I mean? Coke. It's like I feel like she takes nothing. Everything is very superficial with her. It feels like just off the top of her head, which she may not be that intelligent. I don't know.
Want me to appoint an attorney to help you at county expense?
I'd point one.
All right, let me have you raise your right hand to be sworn so I can ask you some questions to be sure you qualify. You solemnly swear the testimony that you're about to give me will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Ms. Wandera, what is your current physical address?
Well, I live in Hampton, but 1102 Redmond Street, Fruitland, Idaho.
There you go. 1102 Brunswick Street, Fruitland, Idaho. Where they are excavating that backyard right now. She is very angry, Tammy. She doesn't want to be there, definitely. But don't be a criminal.
And current telephone number? No, scratch that. I'm not going to ask you about that right now. Who is your current employer?
I am for myself.
She said Red Wing, what, didn't she? What did she say? Brunswick. I said it too, probably. It's reading it. Red Wing.
I am for myself. Self-employed. Taxi driver.
And what is your typical income in a week?
I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't know the exact amount. I haven't been doing many taxi rides lately.
More or less than $500 a week?
Probably more than 500. I haven't been doing it.
So are you working at all right now?
Well, obviously not if I'm in jail, but I only work day to day.
Right. So I'm just trying to get an idea of what your typical income is. Obviously, when a person's in custody, they can't generate
I know.
income.
I don't know my exact income.
All right. Do you own any land or buildings anywhere?
I don't own land or buildings.
How much money do you have in the bank or cash on hand?
I think I have some change in my purse.
Do you own any personal property worth more than $1,000?
I gave everything to the most I got, but I am a car, partially car. I also don't own the whole thing.
Meaning you owe money against it to someone?
No, I have owned it with my dad.
I see. All right, I do find you qualified for the appointment of an attorney. I'm going to appoint in this case Ms. Jolene Maloney. I did review an affidavit of probable cause in this case and do, for purposes of this appearance, find probable cause. What's the state's position, if any, on bond?
Your Honor, the state is asking for a relatively high bond. Obviously, there are implications associated with this charge. And this is the young boy that we're talking about has been missing for a year and a half. And so, it should be noted that Ms. Wandra is on pretrial release for federal gun charges for felon in possession of a firearm. And so, and while that would have happened after Michael Vaughn initially disappeared, I think it shows that she's a danger to the community, and she fails to abide by the social norms that we all expect. And there are obviously very serious implications in her being aware of his whereabouts this whole time. So the state's asking for a $1 million bond.
Ms. Maloney, what presentation would you like to make?
Your Honor, I recognize these are serious allegations. I would ask that the court consider the charges as they presently are and how they are articulated within the probable cause affidavit and the absence of certain facts which may create issues with probable cause. I recognize that the court may have some concern regarding release. At this time, however, I would ask that the court consider any electronic monitoring in lieu or in conjunction with a lower bond, less than $1 million. $1 million.
All right, in this case, the court, as it does in all cases, of course, takes into account Idaho Criminal 46 and the factors set forth there, specifically problematic as it relates to a release conditions or on Ms. Wandra's own recognizance or her criminal history, which the court was provided as part of the probable cause affidavit, the possibility of violations of law were she to be released, and the inability to necessarily manage those effectively with restrictions on her release. The nature of her criminal history certainly would bring her character and reputation into question or disrepute. Unfortunately, taking those factors into account, the court will set bond in this case in the amount of $500,000.
I mean, they gave her bond. I was surprised that they gave her any bond whatsoever. $500,000 now. So I'm wondering if her mother will like put up the house. Do you guys think she'll do that, the mother? Or do you think, nope, she's staying in there? I don't know. Have to see. I hope she stays in there.
Should that bond be posted, Ms. Wandra must immediately sign up to pretrial release services to be monitored. She must be fitted with a GPS tracking device prior to her release from custody. She must not commit crimes pending the resolution of this case. She must not leave the state of Idaho. She must remain sober. Maintain contact with her attorney, attend all of her court hearings, sign a waiver of extradition, and sign up to pretrial release before leaving, otherwise the Fayette County Courthouse complex. I'm going to set this for a status conference and review hearing on the 21st and 22nd of November. The status conference will be at 10 a.m. on the 21st and the preliminary hearing at 9 a.m. on the 22nd.
Your Honor, prior to the court recessing, may we take up a procedural issue?
Yes, I did receive, in this case, a motion, though it wasn't even filed yet. My clerk just handed it to me, a motion to seal at least the affidavit of probable cause, as I understand. Is that right, Mr. Duke?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Does the defense object to taking that up now?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and Mr. Duke?
Your Honor, the state's requesting that the probable cause affidavit be sealed. Obviously, this is a high-profile case, and there are privacy.
Maybe she's
concerns
highly
as well as,
medicated from like
jury trial concerns.
antidepressants and
Details
anxiety.
of the PC affidavit be released. And in addition to those articulated in the motion, there is still an ongoing investigation, and so we worry about the impact that releasing certain details in the PC affidavit would have on the investigation. So we respectfully request that the court seal the PC affidavit, at least temporarily, until we can have more time to flesh out those matters. Thank you.
Ms. Maloney, what response do you have, if any, if you have an objection at all, I suppose?
Your Honor, defense joins the motion, and I think it's appropriate pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32, little I to big E, that this could jeopardize future proceedings, given the public nature of this case at this time. So I would ask that the court grant the state's motion.
All right, I've reviewed Idaho Court Administrative Rule 32, I, and the authority that courts have to exercise discretion in the sealing or not of court documents. And I am going to seal the affidavit of probable cause and the investigative reports attached thereto pursuant to the motion, specifically taking into account subpart 2E and the preservation of right to a fair trial. The court is aware of the intense public interest in this matter and how publication of the details of this case may interfere with the ability to panel a jury and receive a fair trial in the case. In addition, of less focus, I suppose, for the court, there are some risks of harm to persons should that information be publicly available. And so in the circumstances of this case, the interest in privacy predominates over public disclosure, as is set forth in subpart I-1. I'll ask you, Mr. Duke, to prepare an order detailing those findings as required by the rule and sealing the case. Of course, this is something that's subject to being revisited should that be determined to be appropriate or necessary. So the order will last until it's revisited by this court or some other court. You have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Anything else to take up today from either of you?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll be in recess.
Thanks, Brian.
So that was the arraignment that went on yesterday. To me, she seems pretty cold and calloused and not, just complete constantly the whole time. So let her not cooperate and let him get the maximum sentence. If she's not going to work with them and tell them the truth, then it's on her. So they are going to be working inside the home as well. They're going to be processing the inside of the home as well as the outside of the home. He still can't, there's nothing that has been confirmed that they have found, but they are trying to be very careful in preserving any evidence, so they're not using any heavy machinery anymore. but the chief does say that he still believes remains are there, unfortunately. Let's see here. And here is, let me show you this. Can y'all see that? Not really. All right. And as you see here, it's Michael Duke is the prosecuting attorney for the county of Payette in Idaho, and state of Idaho plaintiff versus Sarah Ann Wandra and criminal complaint. Eric Reed, deputy prosecuting attorney in and for the county of Payette, state of Idaho, hereby informs the court that the defendant, Sarah Ann Wandra, is accused by this complaint of the crime, failure to report a death, which is a felony, obviously. Said crime being committed as follow. Count 1, Sarah Ann Wandra on or about November 12th, 2022 in the county of Payette, state of Idaho, did fail to notify or delay notification to the coroner or law enforcement of the death of Michael Vaughn with the intent to prevent discovery of the manner of death, which is a violation, and failure to report the death a felony, all which is contrary to the form of the statute and against the peace and dignity of the state of Idaho. So what that says right there is obviously she didn't report the death and that she's not talking. So, yeah, did fail to notify or delay notification to the coroner and law enforcement of the death of course, Michael Monkey Vaughn with the intent to prevent discovery. She's not talking. She doesn't want him to know, and of the manner of death, which is a violation. So that is that. She's going to have a real come to, yeah, you're exactly right, Stillwaters. There's going to be a real, legit come to Jesus meeting there, if you ask me. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Let me see if this will open yet. Sorry, it's not opening for me. Shasha. Okay, this was something a little interesting. So police said today by that point they had begun hand digging a portion of the Wandra's yard based on information received from Stacy. Now, obviously, Stacy is her husband, soon to be ex-husband. So it seems like Stacy is doing the talking, but who had not been arrested or charged by Monday afternoon. It wasn't clear when or why police had spoken with Stacy Wandra. So why is he talking? You know, he's saying like a canary. Yes, Precious, I believe so. I think he's sang like a canary. You know, I thought Stacy would be more involved, in my opinion, but it's looking like she's more involved. But there's other people in the house other than Stacy and Sarah, right? Stacy's definitely, in my opinion, too, Trina, trying to get a deal. You know, he's got like three felonies, but they're federal. No little state thing. Federal. So, Lisa, as of now, nothing has came about that we thank you for becoming a member. So, yes. So, you know, why is he's talking obviously for a deal, but there's got to be yeah, I mean, this is the thing I don't understand. Why did they do this to little Michael? Why did they do this? He was just a little boy playing down the street. And it had to be so quick because you got to realize in that wake up, that's funny. In that neighborhood, it's like house to house to house, right? What did he say about the neighbor's yard? He has said that I've got something here on it, I think. That they have next door have been cooperating fully with the police. So that was Johnson that resides at the address, but I couldn't find anything on that. Which address are you talking about? Nobody is getting charged with kidnapping. Well, we have to, I mean, they have to have some sort, a man named was also living in the house, according to JLR. Yeah. Thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate it. This November, then he was allowed. No, I don't think so. I think this is just when I think they charged just as of late until they find more information, and then they will fix the charges to more appropriate dates. You know that there's someone said a guy in the house name is Adrian. I haven't found that out. But someone in chat was just saying that she filed the divorce last month. So he's retaliating against her now. Yeah, but I think it's a combination of a lot. Thank you, Illusion. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. I think it's a combination of a lot. I mean, he needs to save his own ASS, right? Check my email. Okay, I will check it right now. 2 seconds. Oh, okay. So this is public record. I'll show you here. So we got a Justin Johnson, a Melissa, a Nicole, and Stacy. all at 11:02, according to the voting registration. At least that doesn't mean they're all living there, but that maybe someone hasn't updated their voter card registration or whatever. But on their voters registration, that is what is. Thank you so much. So now the neighbors beside of them, the RSOs, they said that there was 2 people living in that house the entire time. Okay, Joe, thank you. The entire time that they've lived there. So, were they just roommates? Were they help paying for the rent? Or were they just bums? Or were they of convenience? Now, he had an alias, Stacy. Source people finder. Yeah, sometimes the people finder is right, but a lot of times on those aliases, they're off a lot of times. So, all right, let me pull this up. Thank you so much, JC, for that. And Joe, okay. Okay, Huff told Morgan there may be an update on Fruitland Police Department Facebook later. Let me see if there's anything on there. Fruitland. City of Fruitland Police. Okay, I don't see anything on there as of now. Don't see anything on there. Okay, let me pull up this. So the judge has ordered her to have a mental examination, which is a good thing, probably, because, and I'm sure he's doing that so they can't say, she's claiming she's mental and needs, special treatment. She may be. I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, it feels like something is off. Something is off. I don't know about you. Hate to say, but a Sybil, really? It says her arrest warrant or affidavit. You should have a coffee talk. Yes, yeah, guys, if we can refrain from mentioning other creators right now. 11/14/2022, so that was yesterday. That's when they ordered her to have a mental health exam. There's this article that, well, let me see about Twitter real quick. 1 second. Police Chief Huff, he also said there's no connection with the house and the people who live here with the white Honda Pilot that the police have been searching for. What else? There's no forensic team. I told you that. How can you charge? They have to have, I mean, Chief Huff said there has to there is multiple sources that has led them to charge Sarah with not reporting a death. Now, how do you get that? I mean, is there some sort of physical evidence that is leading them to charge her with this, or is it just by the account of a couple people's, testimony, their just by their mouth? I don't know, but they obviously haven't found Michael yet, so I don't know. It is probable cause affidavit. Sarah shows Adrian on it. Who owns the white Honda? I haven't. The only thing Police Chief Huff said about that is, I'll read it again. If I can find it. Where's the? He said, so yeah, the question was, how can you charge someone with failure to report a death if there may not be evidence in the death? And Huff replies, it's not one statement that corroborates it. But just by someone saying that, which I mean, I don't think that they're going to lie. I would hope that, multiple people wouldn't lie about something like that. But is it just by someone corroborating it? But do they have any physical evidence? She said she was seeing demons and was possessed for 6 months. Wow. She did. Did she keep him? I don't know, Karen. I don't know. I don't like to think about it, really. I really don't like to think about it. I believe when they got, well, like, that picture, remember that picture of, I think it was by the splash pad. Is anyone in that house? Could that be anyone in that house? That person never came forward. I don't see, unless they moved out of town or something, I don't see how you could live in Fruitland and not know, because it was on every corner, this case. They almost have to have some kind of convincing evidence that Michael is dead. DNA match in the home, blood in the home. Yeah, I mean, I would think so. I don't want to say I would hope so, but I would hope that they have, some type of physical evidence if this is the case, because they feel very confident. And Chief Huff, he still says he feels very confident in believing that Michael is still there. What about the scooter? I don't know. Maybe, these people, one of them in the home knew about the scooter, and that is how, it helped corroborate the story. So maybe, oh God, I hope not. Concrete Angel. The FBI agent on national news said corroborating evidence had to be present in order to do such an involved searching cause destruction to a home. I mean, yeah, you have to have something for a judge to be like, yeah, that's really something. Otherwise, they're not going to let you just go and literally tear up a home's yard and all of that. But they still haven't found little Michael. I would think covering up a crime in itself admits knowing wrong from right. No insanity plea possible. I don't think there is you can't plead insanity, I don't think, in Idaho, can you? I don't know. I really don't know about, like, I see that all the time. Let's see what ground penetrating sonar. Is it sonar? It's sonar, right? All right. So we've all seen these. Here, I'll show it to you. I don't know how they work. Oh, they don't have I thought they had a photo. I guess. Ground penetrating radar finds human remains. Ground penetrating GPS scanning technology. Oh, it's not going there. Hold on. Ground penetrating radar finds human cadaver. GPR scanning technology to locate human corpse. Third render illusion. Captions are provided by our contributors. And I wonder, like, how far it can go down. That's interesting. I mean, you can see it like I don't know if it like kind of sends an image up. Maybe they saved the scooter for a trophy. Oh, well, then, yeah, I hope not. I don't know. Heat sonars with camera. Huh. It seems law enforcement went right to one particular spot. Well, Lisa, they said that they are planning on doing more, targeted areas. Terrain needs to be relatively flat to ensure optimal. Huh. Yes, Nikita, they're supposed to bring lighter equipment in and do more things with like shovels and that kind of thing. She said that? Really? No, it's not big, but you got to think of still a lot of dirt. It's a lot of dirt that they have to move. They've moved several dump truck roads. Is it just bone they are scanning the sonar? I think it'll show like any rather, as long as it's somewhat dense. Yes, that's the word, coexist. That's it. GPR tells if there are voids. Like I think it, like the soil, the levels, it has different compaction. And if there's something in there, it bounces back. The compaction is different in that area, obviously, if there's something there. All the videos. I don't know, but I really thought and figured they would have, anything was there, they would have found him by now. But if they're actually sifting and screening through truckloads of dirt, that's an indication that they're looking for pieces of a person. Rather. Yeah, well, maybe. They can just be looking for evidence in general too. I'm pretty sure they found him. Now they have to sift through it. A lot of people have thought that. I plead the fifth. I don't know. I really don't know, but they may be. They may stop taking the dirt away now that they're using smaller equipment and literally shovels. They did say they were only doing 3 to 4 feet deep. That is true. All right, let's. I think this is a new article that came out. When did this come out? Yeah, just a few hours ago. So it's titled "Police Arrest Woman in Connection with the Disappearance of 6-year-old Idaho Boy Missing for Over a Year." 1 second, because I need to turn the heat up. 1 second. Sorry, when I start getting cold with this cold we brought back from Savannah, I start getting stuffy, especially at night in the morning. All right. So, well, there's a thing we can play on it. Okay, we'll just play that, I guess. Did I play this already?
County.
It is alleged that you did on or about.
Yeah, I played that. Okay. So it says police in Idaho have arrested a woman in connection with the disappearance of 6-year-old Michael Vaughn, who has been missing for over a year, officials says. Sarah Wandra, 35, I thought she was older than that, to be honest with you, was arrested over the weekend and charged with a felony count of failing to notify and delay notification of death to authorities. Fruitland Police Chief J.D. Huff told NBC affiliate KTVB of Boise, Wandra lives in a home investigators have been searching since Friday night, the outlet reported. Michael has been missing since the evening of July 27th, 2021, and the Fruitland Chief Police Department believes, quote, there is a high probability of an abduction, end quote, in his disappearance, according to the department's Facebook page. He was last seen in Fruitland County in southwest Idaho wearing a light blue Minecraft shirt, black boxer briefs with lime green stitching, and a flip-flop sandals, according to a missing poster. Search efforts for Michael have been involved. Local police agencies, professional search and rescue units, and community volunteers, as well as helicopters, drone boats, divers, and dogs. We have investigated over 1,200 tips in our investigation into Michael's disappearance. Huff said in a statement on Facebook, as members of the community, we agonized with the family and we dedicated our resource to bringing Michael home. Wanda was arrested was a result of a lead provided to police from another person who lives in the house with her, KTVB reported. The nature of the relationship between Wanda and Michael, if any, was not made available today. Michael's house and the house Wanda was living in is about 4 minutes apart, according to KTVB. Our investigation determined Sarah Wandra may have had knowledge of Michael's death and failed to report it. Huff told the outlet, "We do not believe she is the only person that has knowledge of this, and we will be seeking out those people who could possibly be connected." So they are on the hunt. They're on the hunt for someone right now. And and so it has, listen to this, it has to be someone else, because obviously the two are in jail, and it says, "We do not believe she is the only person that has knowledge of this, and we will be seeking out those people who could possibly be connected." Right? Mm-hmm. 6:30 p.m. in July. And, July, it doesn't get dark till close to 9 o'clock, right? So, big statement. It is a big statement for sure. Wandra, who was booked into the Payette County Jail, was arraigned on Monday, and her bond was set at $500,000. She's due in court again on November 21st and November 22nd, KTVB reported. So 6 days from now, 6 and 7 days, so a week from now. What is today? Today's Tuesday? Okay. Yeah, so next Monday and Tuesday. Wandra's attorney did not immediately respond to request for comment. Police continued to search the backyard of Wandra's home on Tuesday, where crews intended to dig 3 to 4 feet, Huff told KTVB. During the course of the investigation, we received information and remains of Michael Vaughn. You know what I just thought? This is what I just thought while I was reading this. So, in my opinion, Stacy knew he was in jail. He knew what happened, in my opinion. I'm thinking of a theory here. He knew what happened, in my opinion. And they're all on the outside, free. He's got 3 felonies, federal, coming up against him. And he's thinking, first of all, my wife's divorcing me, and she's out free. Not going to have that. And he got mad, and he said, "I'm talking. You want to know where Michael is? Then you're going to give me a much better deal." I think he's doing it for a deal. And I think that's why. He has nothing to lose. Exactly, just on. Nothing to lose. What's he got to lose? He's facing 3 federal felonies. Huh. That's why. Oh, thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Look at the Google Earth image of 1102 Red Wing. You do see an area that looks like it might have been disturbed. Yes. We did look at that a few nights ago. So, they have allegedly taken that concrete pad up, and it looked like a newer concrete pad. And I figured, if anything was there, it would be underneath that pad. Anyone watching the Daryl Brooks sentencing phase of the trial? Oh my God, Roxy, that Daryl Brooks, man, he is a psycho. How much time is he facing? Decades already. I don't remember what the 3 felonies are. I can check. I'll get to that. Hold on one second. Let me finish this and then I'll do it. During the course of the investigation, we received information that the remains of Michael Vaughn might be found behind the house. As a result, we obtained a search warrant. We have not found anything yet, but we will continue to excavate in hopes of finding his remains, Huff told KTVB at the scene on Saturday. I would like to know if the cadaver dogs have hit. I mean, we don't know that they've hit, obviously, but it seems like, well, I think it's Alexandra. She tweeted the other day that the dog seemed excited, and then they got a treat and stuff like that. So, yeah, he is disgusting. Yes, where Sunimer, she does have a 17-year-old daughter. That is true. Yes, she does. Yes. Oh, did she buy memberships? I wish I could see over here. Is that what you're saying? I don't know. How do I get a subscription? Do you mean like a membership? Also, I don't see the shed in the pictures, but I do the news and research. When was the permit pulled for the shed, Justin? Could that be oh, that's a very good, interesting theory, April. I don't know. If ICU is in here, we need to check that out, the permit for the shed. Karma, like, honest to God, I know everybody says this, but I have the most amazing, kind subscribers, honest to God. And a lot of people come in here, they're like, your chat is so nice. And I'm like, yeah, people come in and they get a little crazy sometimes. But my subscribers, I'm honored, absolutely. They're very compassionate and they care about these children who have faced nothing that they should have. That is for sure. I don't even know where I was. Where was I? All right, Wanda. Okay, we did that. So it says, am I reading the right one? Give me 1 second. So it says, Wanda did not immediately respond to the request for comment. Police continue to search the backyard for Wanda's home. On Tuesday, the crew intend to... Okay, I already read that. Where am I at then? Okay. During the course of the investigation, we received information that the remains behind the house. As a result, we have not found anything yet, but we continue to excavate in hopes of finding his remains. Chief Huff today, he still said that he was very confident that something will be found. In a statement issued this summer, Michael's mother, Brandy Neal, said her family hopes, quote, that someone can have the courage and the strength to bring forth the information that could help us find Michael. This is a continuing nightmare that no family should ever have to go through. We want Michael home with us and appreciate the community support and tips. We know even the smallest piece of information can bring Michael home, she said. Now, with this case, there was he went missing just, not too long after little Summer Wells went missing. And there wasn't a lot of any press updates in this case. There wasn't a lot of news about, Michael's disappearance. The only thing we really knew was about the two cars that was there, the time that he disappeared, and where Brandy was at work, and her husband was, taking care of the kids, and Michael was out playing. And that's really all we knew. There wasn't, he had obviously Brandy and her husband Tyler are good people and they're good parents, and it was nothing at all like the Summer Wells case. It's nothing at all like the Quentin Simon case. So much different. Thank you so much, Always Survive. I appreciate it. Really. Thank you. I really do appreciate the support. So, all right. One more second. Still, did it not do that? I may have to pull it up with my phone. Hold on. Here's a degree. All right. What else do we got? Let me look at this Twitter, because there was some more stuff here. 4 hours ago, Alexandria from KTVB reported that they're still looking for more evidence, still believe there's human remains. Huff told Morgan there may be an update on the Fruitland Facebook police later. There still isn't, as of just a few moments ago. Oh, there's more here. Okay, that's that. It's pulling it up on my phone, but it's not pulling up. I don't know. Let's just pray to God that it's like you want answers, but you don't want the answers that Chief Huff says are coming. Okay, that's that. 1 second. Sorry, I'm having trouble. The neighbors, they're very grateful of the Hidden Meadows thanks law enforcement. Isn't that cool? That they, and I have to say, like, this, Hawkins County couldn't, be so lucky to have someone like Chief Huff. They got Ronnie Lawson in Hawkins County, and it's just investigators here have been training in the area. Forensic team is not on site yet, but they will be called if remains are found. Most likely, pretty standard from. Okay. I mean, they're really tearing up. I haven't seen this article, I don't think. Oh, okay, they got a video out now. Thank you so much, Nicolina. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Who takes care of my kids? We have a grandmother that is right here with us. So we'll just Nicolina, why are you doing this? I mean, honestly, why are you doing this? Thank you for the $5, by the way. However, you was just talking to me like 2 weeks ago. So, and being very kind and on panel. So it's just very interesting that. So anyway, thank you for the $5. We'll go get some ice cream with it or something later tomorrow after school or something. Okay. I'll take pictures, post them for you. I promise. All right. And that's a really horrible thing to say, by the way. Oh, there we go. Anyway, God bless you, honey. Get a little love in your heart. All right. I think I pulled up the. I keep pulling up the one thingy. Okay, there we go. And I canceled it. Perfect. You want some ice cream? We'll have an ice cream party. How about that?
This holiday, surprise your loved ones with a heartfelt gift from Maui.
Thank you,
Diapers
Dreamcatcher.
Children. Visit us on Oahu, Maui, Big Island, and Kauai, or at mauidiapers.com. Plus, receive our 2022 Hawaiian Snowflake ornament with qualifying purchases.
We continue to follow developing news today out of Payette County, where law enforcement and search crews are looking for possible remains of 5-year-old Michael Vaughn. He went missing from his Fruitland neighborhood in July of last year. Crews have been digging in a backyard just 4 minutes from the Vaughn family home for the past 5 days now. Authorities arrested one of the people who lives there over the weekend, 35-year-old Sarah Wandra. She was charged with failure to report a death in connection to this case. This is her mugshot. News Channel 7's Morgan Romero is outside her home in Fruitland with the latest. Morgan, what's been going on there this morning?
You know, Doug, we just got here not too long ago, and I will say, compared to when we were out here Saturday, when we first covered that first day of the search, it is eerily quiet. But as we zoom in behind me, you can still see there's some heavy machinery at that house, 1102 Red Wing Street. That's the backyard that law enforcement and search and rescue crews have been excavating for the past 5 days. Chief Huff just spoke to us not too long ago and said that he believes they could be out here for another week processing everything. That yard so far has not been completely processed. He does still believe Michael's remains are here. Just to reiterate, Huff confirmed to us on Saturday that a very credible tip led investigators to this home. Huff says the tip came from somebody inside the home. And that's, of course, what led to 35-year-old Sarah Wandra's arrest over the weekend. Law enforcement and search and rescue using heavy machinery over the past 4 days. Now, Huff says they're really in that fine-tuning aspect. They're trying to preserve any evidence and material. They want to make sure they're very careful and methodical. But it's important to note, he could not tell us if they have found anything yet. But along with that backyard, Huff says they are going to be searching and processing the home. They are going to be going inside that home. They're still getting tons of tips and leads. Huff is feeling very encouraged over all the leads that they've received just in the past 3 days since this news broke. This latest and biggest development on this case since 5-year-old Michael Monkey Vaughn went missing back on July 27th, 2021. Huff says this is a really complex investigation, and he's going to continue to stay on top of it. He's going to leave no stone left unturned, and he wants to hold all those people accountable who were potentially involved in committing this crime. I should also note court documents show that a judge yesterday during Sarah Wandra's arraignment, after Sarah Wandra's arraignment, I should say, ordered a mental health and competency evaluation, meaning that she needs to get evaluated by a psychologist or a psychiatrist in order to determine whether she's competent to stand trial in this case, again, charged with failure to report a death in connection to missing Michael Vaughn. Huff says there is no connection, it's important to note, with this house and the people who live here with the white Honda Pilot that police have been searching for that was last seen in the area Michael went missing around that same time Michael went missing. I also asked Chief Huff if he believes any arrests are coming down the pipeline. He says he doesn't know at this point, but as we've been reporting, he doesn't believe Sarah Wandra is the only one with information about Michael's disappearance. Doug?
Morgan, yesterday during Sarah Wandra's arraignment, I believe they set the next court hearing for November 21st and 22nd, if I remember that correctly. Is this new development with the ordering of the mental evaluation going to push those dates back likely?
You know, it remains to be seen. It's all about resources and whether they're able to get that evaluation done soon. In my experience with competency evaluations, as people await trial, they have status hearings and then they have other motion hearings. So those could remain or they could be pushed back. I think we'll just have to stay on top of it.
All right, Morgan, thank you very much. Reporting live now for us in Fruitland with the latest on the search for Michael Monkey Vaughn. Morgan, thank you.
Your truck tells the world a story. What it says is up to you. The redesigned Chevy Silverado. Make your story a strong one.
A tough break this weekend for the College of Idaho Yotes.
Thank you for the $10, my love. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, honey, I'm. Listen. How did she just say about the people that lived here with the white Honda Pilot? Yeah, they said that it's nothing. Yeah, they have to pay to troll. That's just the way it is. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Creek Squad. I appreciate you, honey. Yeah, they're not related. And also during that, I got this. Huff also said investigators believe they have identified a man seen walking near the splash pad at Crestview Park leading up to the time of the boy's disappearance. During a previous update in June, Huff said the man wasn't considered a suspect. So I guess they've believe that they have identified him and he's not a suspect. So that's good at least. Justin, I appreciate your calm demeanor. It calms down my PT. Oh, thank you, honey. Appreciate you, Heaven. Appreciate you. Listen, it's their disgusting behavior. It's not mine. This is the thing that I learned, and it's one of the he who angers you controls you. And am I going to be angry at someone who doesn't know me, who will probably never know me, and who doesn't even know really anything about me? So don't let someone you don't know. Hey, they just gave me like $15. All right, to troll me, I'll take it. I'll take it because it doesn't anger me. Like on everything, it doesn't anger me. He who angers you controls you. You don't let them control you. I was bullied, called a FAG every time I walked out of class growing up. Trust me, I've been through it. I have developed a thick skin, a huge thick skin. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. And a lot of people will sit there and they talk and they talk about it and they're like, oh, it really doesn't bother me. Keep moving. Keep moving. How can you be so angry at a person who has done nothing to you? That's an insanity. That's an insanity. So don't let anyone ever take your joy. Don't let them. You're letting someone dictate how you feel, especially someone online. Listen, the people that are around you, your family, your friends, the people you talk to, all of that is who matters. Oh my God, Joby Lisses, thank you so much. Thank you. That'll really piss her off. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. Thank you for all you do. It really is, Christina. And people say this all the time. But it's so true. It's really nothing to do with when something angers you like that, it triggers something inside your soul. It triggers something inside your soul that they need to work on. So whatever it is, I hope they find peace with it. I really do. And Joe Delicious, that was very, very generous. Thank you so much. And appreciate your membership, Zorless. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, guys, I've worked at funeral homes and stuff, and I have, just like Brandy's going through right now, that is, listen, Brandy's got some, people around her on YouTube that, I disagree with and stuff like that, but has nothing to do with Brandy or anything like that. This was way before Brandy, but, and people are, putting things in people's ears and all that, but I don't take it personally. You don't ever take it personally. It's just not worth it. Sometimes I'm not in the headspace that I am now, and sometimes I do get a little triggered. But I rarely, I think maybe I've done it twice in a year, have ever really addressed, maybe 3 times, anything. Because it's, thank you, Jar. Appreciate your membership. I really do appreciate y'all's support. Thank you. Yes, love and respect for Monkey and his family. But, I have seen real problems. People burying their loved ones every single day. And thank you, Miss Frankie. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And people's like, go get a job. I'm like, I work a job. I work a job. I work when my kids are at school, I'm at work. And when they're off, I'm here. And that's that. You've been following me since I was below 8,000 subs. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, why get defensive? It makes you look like a moron. You know what I mean? I think it does, but for me, I'm speaking for myself. I feel like it makes me look like a moron. Yeah. Taylor Swift, shake it off. Absolutely. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it, honey. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yes, don't change for anybody. don't change for anybody. And the thing is, people, when they change for someone, it's not an authentic change. Number one, it's not an authentic change. And second of all, it won't last. It won't last. Thank you, No Chains. Listen, it's okay to use some cursey words sometimes, you know? So, what is that? Oh, that's good. I hope she has a good live. I really do. It's not like she has a drama channel or anything, and she get So. Thank you, Amanda. I do appreciate it. You wanted to get Brandy and Sophia, that was actually I heard that, but that was actually Cher, from what I understood, that I was told. I don't know if that's true. I mean, love you too, Camille, my love. Oh, thank you, Jara. They probably do. They probably do. Thank you, spoiled wife. Low lives have no life. Yeah. It's a sickness. It's an illness. You know, you can't be like, I don't know, you know, whatever Nicolina's dealing with. I don't know what she's dealing with. I don't know. I don't know what's going on in her life. I don't know her. So I hope she's better. Amen to that. Amen to that. And really, you know, if you are any sort of, you know, religious in any way, you have to love a lot more than you should, you know, making people's life, you know, I mean, the words, for words to hurt you, you must first value their opinion. You must first value their opinion, right? That's exactly right, Tennessee sweetheart. Yeah. I understand, Tammy. It makes a lot of people nervous sometimes. Yeah. Yeah. I hate that, James. I really do. I hate that. Because anytime you have, low self-esteem is, you know, there's a reason for it. And I don't remember what the other thing you said. And heartache. I mean, we all have heartache in life. You don't get out of life without heartache. But you just have to learn to learn, you know, there's different heartbreak. You know what I mean? There's, you know, some people call heartbreak, you know, something very simple, that they're heartbroken over something, but true heartbreak takes a long time to work through it. Yeah. And this is the thing. If somebody is trying to bring you down, think about it. When you're trying to bring someone down, they're already beneath you. So why would you, you know, be rude or mean to that person? They're down below you right now. They're trying to bring you down. So, you know, Why would you get down there with them? They're already below you. Pick them up. Try to at least offer them that. And sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes it's very difficult. But you got to have some sort of emotional intelligence. I mean, a lot of people just react. Energy suckers, energy vampires for sure. Yes. Thank you, Steffers. Thank you, September. Yeah. That's exactly right. No matter who you are, you're going to have haters. It does not matter who you are. Some people won't like you because they won't like you, and that's okay. And I've always thought myself to this because, I was raised in a very, very religious family, 4 pastors in my family. But I always thought, when I was really young, when people didn't like me, I was really bothered by it. I was like, why do they not like me? But then I thought, you're not going to make everyone happy, and everyone has haters. And Jesus himself, in my eyes at least, I'm not trying to get all religious or anything like that, but in my eyes, he was the most perfect being that ever existed. And if he died on the cross, the most perfect being in my eyes, bingo, Christina, there you go, then I don't have a chance. If Jesus had haters, which I'm not even a mustard seed, right, of, we're all trying to be a better, everyone should have someone that they look up to or emulate or whatever. 67 UK, if I could give you. Oh, Janice, thank you. Listen, Janice, my sister teaches in Glasgow, so I may get you on that hook one day. How about that? We can have coffee in the UK. But my sister, she lives in Glasgow. Hopefully she's coming here for Christmas. I'm hoping her and my nephew get to come here. Haters gonna hate. Yeah. Yeah. So just keep pressing on, keep pressing forward, and in the hard times when you're going through hell, keep moving. That's what you have to do. Keep moving. My mom was born in Glasgow, Scotland. Oh wow, that's awesome. Thank you, Ellen. You're okay, Marie. Thank you. Oh, Lynette, you're from West Virginia. That's awesome. My people. You're absolutely right, Steffers. You're absolutely right. Glasgow. So my husband he's Middle Eastern, and so we have we have nieces and nephews and everything from all over the world, really. And we've got little American accents, and we got little Middle Eastern accents, and we got little Scottish accents, and we get them all together. So it's kind of cute when all the kids are together here. You got a little Scotty talking. It's so funny. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, I'm almost at a minute and 40. I don't know that you're assuming what part I grew up in. Yeah, it is. It's West Virginia. It's had a lot of struggles. It really has, but I'm very proud of where I live, and I'm very proud of my people. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Yes, my husband does speak Arabic. Yep. Sparks, I'm from Clarksburg. So you're from, okay, Clarksburg. Nice. Very good. All right, guys. Oh, Peachy, nice. Thank you. There's a lot of people from YouTube. Thank you, Illusion. Good to see you. Hey, Revenge. We finally got connected, didn't we? Our times are so off, though, the distance, obviously. No, see, I can't show my family, unfortunately, because of people. Thank you. I hope you guys have a good evening. I'm heading back to New York. I love New York. Love North Carolina. Love it. I love everywhere that you guys love. Thank you all. God bless each and every one of you. Yeah, you have 2 Jaguars. And my husband, he works in DC 3 days a week. And so, but I appreciate you all. God bless each and every one of you. Hug your loved ones and don't let anyone steal your joy. Remember, if they anger you, don't let them control you. He who angers you controls you. So have a good night and take good care of yourself. God bless you guys. Oh, by the way, on my other channel, if the mods want to drop the other channel, I may be doing like a cooking thing on my other channel for Thanksgiving or something. I may do that. And I'll have a few plant videos. I don't know if you guys know. Some of you guys don't know, but I really enjoy gardening and house plants and all that stuff. The job. Okay, I will make sure. Oh, thank you, Rudy. Thank you so much. Let me check something really quick. Sorry, my phone's like, it's at 5%, so it's struggling. Brandy and Penny, thank you so much for the cash apps. That's very, very kind of you both. And I really do appreciate it. Y'all are very good. Thank you guys, really. I have so many succulents and cactus. Oh my God. So guys, listen to this. Whenever you guys are done with this, if you have time, Google monkey tail cactus. Monkey, just spell like Monkey. Monkey tail cactus. That's what I specialize in. That's like one of my favorites. And it's a cactus that looks kind of like a monkey's tail, but they're very soft. And they can get very long, but you cut them before that. So we'll be talking about all that stuff on my other channel. That's my fun channel. It's called Clutch Them Pearls, because I wear pearls sometimes. I don't know why I wear pearls, but I wear pearls. Thank you. Oh, really, Cheryl? That's awesome. Congratulations. Yes, monkey tail cactus. Do any cactus produce flowers? Cactuses produce beautiful flowers, but most cactus flowers are very quick. Like they don't last very long, no more than a couple days. So, anyways, that's awesome. Thank you all. Love you all. I'll talk to you soon. Good night. God bless. Bye bye.